Hey guys, so this is Rowan, or Joey. This is a video response to Lady Fairy Moon's Find Your Fire Again video. I wasn't sure whether to do this originally or not. I'll get to why and I wasn't sure whether to do it or not later and why I did, but this is going to be a serious video. I'm not very happy about it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I think truth will out, truth has to come out, and we cannot stand by and let people get away with negative shit. So yesterday I came under negative attack. Someone was sending negative shit at me, psychic vampire, however you want to call it. Before I start saying how I know that and what happened, I should mention again, I have mentioned before, but I mentioned briefly in a comment as well, that I've been having problems with my wisdom teeth. This has been recurring for about 10 years, so it's nothing new. It's not been caused by anybody else. I'm not blaming anyone else for my wisdom teeth pain. This has been going on for a long time. They've been coming through and going back, and while it was irritating and achy before, the last time it happened 4 or 5 months ago, it was really painful. Went to the dentist said if it happens again, they're coming out. It started happening again 2 or 3 days ago. Went back to the dentist yesterday. She said, we need to refer you to the hospital. Here's a whole load of painkillers, antibiotics, until we can get you into there, because it could be up to a month until I get them out, and if it carries on, obviously, it hurts. So I'm not blaming my wisdom teeth coming through. That's just natural. However, yesterday afternoon, I was on 2 kinds of painkillers, and I'm not talking ibuprofen over-the-counter medication. I'm talking prescribed medication that the dentist gave me, and antibiotics to deal with any infection in my gum because of the teeth ripping through. And I was on those, and the pain started to become intensely unbearable. And I realised later it was somebody sending me negative shit and preying on the pain that was already there and trying to amplify it. I went to have a lie down because obviously this was just ripping my head apart. And I went to lie down with a hot water bottle and a jasmine tea to just rest. And I started feeling all this negative crap. And it's basically like suggestion. These people put these suggestions at you to influence you, and you can hear them, you can feel them, and the following suggestions were sent at me. This upsets me, okay? So no one gives a shit what I think or say. No one comments on your videos. Stop making YouTube responses. Stop making YouTube videos. Stop making comments. No one cares what you think or feel. You don't matter. No one's ever going to want to be your friend. That's why you're doing it, isn't it? So don't bother. And all these feelings were coming at me, and I was in so much pain I couldn't deal with it. Normally I can, and I'll go into that in a bit, but after these thoughts had been coming at me for about 5 minutes maybe, Morrigan, who is my patron goddess, was like, turn the light off, go for a nap. This is in the afternoon, this isn't at night. So don't argue with Morrigan, just don't. So I did. And I start dreaming. When I say dreaming, I don't mean like normal dreaming, because I dream a lot, frequently, and I remember a lot of my dreams. Always have. It was different. It was more lucid, more real. It was a message. It was divinely sent. I don't remember the start of it, but I got flashes, visions, pictures of 4 women. 3 I didn't know. or didn't recognise what I did. However, now I do know their faces. There was something about YouTube comments came up as well. I saw that, and it's to do with that basically. And there was showing that they were spreading hate and negativity. The look on one woman's face. I don't know her. Dark hair, straight, lanky. It was greasy looking. She had dark eyes and a very narrow nose. I don't know who she is. I know she was filled with hate. Sending it out. No idea who she is. But I can see you now. I can directly block them now. That's why I was sent those pictures, those flashes of who they were. So I knew what was going on. That shit was being sent because of this. Then I saw a pissed off Morrigan. Don't know how much people know about Morrigan. She can be pretty fucking scary when you piss her off. Or when you fuck with her and when you fuck with her children. Good luck. I wouldn't do it. She was in full battle mode. She's a warrior goddess. Goddess of death and rebirth. There are a lot of aspects to her. But I wouldn't fuck with her. And she full body armour, great big blade, great big battle axe, and she was slashing at all the shit that was being sent, smashing the ground, and all these the ground had little red veins going back. After she'd done all of that, and her face was fury. Her face was pure, utter fury. After she'd done that, I woke up in goddess pose. One of the goddess poses. What I mean is, it was like an S. So one hand was up here, touching my head, and the other was down like in a curve, touching my hip. And I felt ravenously hungry, but I felt 100% better. The really, really intense pain, gone. It still aches. It aches through the painkillers, and that's normal. It's not gone. That night, I was obviously exhausted from the day, and I kept waking up to check on my gnome. I was worried about my gnome in my sleep. And I woke up at one point, middle of the night, and I saw her clear as day, clear as someone stood by me. It was slightly more ethereal than a person, but I saw her on the physical plane, and even for a clairvoyant, it's unusual to be that much on the physical plane. She smiled at me, she winked at me, she let me know, I'm here. I'm looking after you and yours tonight. You're not well, so go sleep. I'll watch over you. I'm going to cry because this, yeah. The thoughts returned this morning. The negative suggestions. Don't bother making YouTube videos. No one gives a shit. No one cares what you think. No one cares what you say. You're useless. You're worthless. No one wants you as a friend. Go be isolated. Go away. That was started again this morning. Now, I said on one of my videos that I've only been celebrating I've only been doing rituals for the Sabbath for 1.5 years. Apparently, that was taken as I'm green and don't know what I'm doing. I've been protecting myself and practicing as a witch, and doing the visualizations, doing the spell work for 12 years. 12, if not more, 12 years. I'm empathically projective. I said that before. So I have a certain amount of natural resistance to psychic attack. I had to, being in my house. I'm fairly resistant, naturally, to those who prey on others. I've had psychic vampire encounters all my life. My parents were psychic vampires of different degrees. I know what to look for. There was someone who came into my sister's life who was a real psychic vampire, who was open about it, and he's not around anymore because I protected my sister. I know every trick in the book. And for anybody watching this video, this is how it goes. Usually, psychic vampires are weak, personally, but they can charm others, they can get others on their side, make people feel sorry for them. That's a big one, right? They know how to play victim mode, and make you feel sorry for them, and make you doubt yourself, like, am I being too mean? Am I being, is it, too harsh? You're probably not. They're just preying on the kinder emotions. They prey on the powerful. They prey on people with good amounts of natural ability, or people who are learned, or people who have that fire in them. So, right, if you think you're being preyed upon, here's some quick, this is slightly off topic, but here's some quick pointers. If you feel drained and you can't explain it, like tired all the time, headaches is a big one, nightmares is a big one, you feel like all your energy is just sapped out, you feel depressed, there are feelings of worthlessness or suggestions, and you don't know where the fuck they're coming from, that's a good sign. So, I'm not green. I'm not new to this. I'm not an idiot. I've only been celebrating the Sabbats ritually for a year and a half because of where I live. Because of I needed to be in a place that wasn't negative or whatever, so I could honour the goddess and the god in the way that I wanted to. That's not to say I haven't done anything. That's not to say I don't know what I'm doing. 12 years. 12 years of physically and magically protecting me and mine. Protecting my sisters, protecting me. And if you fucked with my sisters, you were going to fucking get it. And that's how the Morrigan is. I think it's part of the reason why she chose me, is because I feel like that. And she is like that. You fuck with us. I'm getting quite angry. I'm softly spoken normally, and people therefore think that I'm quite mellow, but I have a strength. I've had to have a strength. I've had a hard life. People are going to be like, when you're 26, going on 27 years old, you don't know anything about life. Well, hate to break it to you people, but you can be 30, you can be 40, you can be 50, you can be 60, you can be God, all of them water. If you think you have nothing to learn at any stage, you're an idiot. Life is a lesson, particularly in this path. You keep learning and growing and changing and adapting. And you don't underestimate someone just because of their age. I've had a hard life. I had to grow up fast. I had to learn to protect myself. I had to learn to protect my sisters. I had to learn some really, really shitty lessons. I've been through more in 26 years than most people go through in a lifetime. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't. It nearly killed me. It nearly killed my sisters. And I honestly believe if I'd not been there for them their entire life, protecting them in one manner or another, we would have had 1 or 2 dead sisters. I honestly believe that. I have natural reflexes against these sort of negative attacks. I'm clairvoyant. I'm in touch with spirit, naturally. When someone is casting against me or sending crap against me, I get a sense. I often have internal discussions in my sort of thoughts in my head, and I go through it, thinking about it, and I discuss it with myself. This feels like this feels like that, and the answers will come. This person has cast this. I mention I get flashes of visions of things that are going on. I get that waking and into sleep state if I'm not aware, which I wasn't yesterday because I was ill. I'm dialed in. Get flashes from being clairvoyant, showing you what's going on, showing you what you need to do to protect yourself. Don't know if people know this or realise this or have even thought about this. How do most people protect themselves from psychic attack? Call on spirit guides, right? Okay. Where do spirit guides come from? When you've been clairvoyant your entire life from being a toddler, you have helped a great number, or acknowledged a great number, or listened to a great number of spirits. And I'm a great believer in when they have their pain helped, when they move on to a different plane slightly. A lot of them look back and think, I don't want anyone to hurt that person that helped me. Especially when you're a toddler. You're a toddler and you're like, it's okay to move on, and you're happy and innocent about it, and they look at you and they think, I want to protect that person, and they become spirit guides and or protectors or guardians, and they go on and they learn it, and then they don't hang around as such, but they lend you their protection from the other world. I've been doing this since I was a toddler. How many spirit guides do you think I've helped? How many do you think are around, keeping an eye out, sending me flashes of what I need to know? I've been protecting spiritually, doing spell work, doing witchcraft work, all the rest of it, for 12 years. I'm not new at this. You can't send crap at me and think I won't notice. Just because I've just started coming out of my shell again because of everything I've been through. I've been through hell and back, and it has made me stronger than I think people are ever going to know. I'm not going to put up with some... And they're strangers to me. Just because I stuck up for someone... I'm going to mention this now. I wasn't going to mention this originally. I had seen some of the stuff that was going on, comments that other people were leaving on another person who is not there on that same channel anymore, some really hateful shit. And I tried to post a comment that said, this needs to stop. Whatever happened has been between these two people. Only they know the truth of it, although I think we pretty much do know the truth of it now. At that point, I didn't know what was going on fully. But I said, this hate and negativity needs to stop, and you need to leave these people to either work it out between themselves or just stop having anything to do with each other. But these posting comments and saying YouTube things about this person whose videos I like, and you know, I think she's a great person, it needs to stop because you are spreading hate. Did my comment get approved? Did it fuck? Because basically what I said was people need to stop being negative. I was then removed from that channel and removed from posting on that channel before it was closed down. Now, I didn't give a fuck that she'd removed me, because once I realised what was going on, I didn't want anything more to do with that person or the hateful messages that she and her other people were spreading. Right. The only reason it got through to me yesterday is because I was sick already. what kind of people... Okay, firstly, what kind of people send negative shit at people on purpose, but what kind of people send shit at people because they are sick and can't cope with the protecting themselves like they normally would. Karma on that one's going to be a bitch. Oh, and seriously, fuck with Morrigan at your own peril, because she's with me. I accepted her. I'm one of hers. So today I got up early, got washed, and the thoughts were coming back. I had them being sent at me again. I mean, I was much more in a better position this morning to just be like with them. So that's why I decided to make this YouTube response video. I'm going to make a response to somebody else's video that I meant to make yesterday and couldn't because I wasn't very well. I'm going to keep making YouTube videos because you don't let these people win. You don't. And negativity and evil spreads when good people who consider themselves to be good people do nothing. Always, my entire life I've felt that way. I felt that you need to stand up for those who are afraid to stand up for themselves, or you don't let injustices pass, because the world would become a really awful place if the good people just stand by it and don't say this is wrong. I've seen some really awful shit now. So many people have been like, I don't want to get involved, it might take me. And to those people I say, fuck you. Because I'm not going to do that. You can tell I'm quite mad about this situation. Basically, I'm most mad because people have been sending shit at my family, at my gnome. He, at the same time as me, got all this pain down his throat. No reason. I'm going to go through this house again and smudge again and put all my protective boards and everything, and there's a lot of it in this house, up again, because obviously with me being sick, some of it allowed to get through. Now today, this is my Orthoceras stone, my sphere fossil protective. My protective charm is on. Carnelian. You can't see it, but never mind. It's on. Gonna be cleansing this home, putting it all up. And to those people who are sending this shit at people, get a goddamn life. Just do it. I wouldn't want to be on the end of the Morrigan. That's going to bite you in the ass. It really is. So, despite getting those emotions this morning, if no one cares about you, no one wants to be your friend, no one gives a shit what you think or what you post, you know what I say? You're not going to stop me posting videos or responses or comments. Maybe people don't give a crap so much, but this is something that I felt inspired to do, and it's part of my path, and I will do it. And if anyone sends crap at my family or my gnome ever again, I am well protected. Many years ago, 12 years ago, I learned a really great protective aura thing, which is up all the time. If anyone needs any help with this, right, imagine that your aura is made of rubber. So someone throws something at you, boing, back it goes. I learned that 12 years ago, and for most things, it's really great. You need more, sure. for the heavy duty stuff for the witches that know what they're doing. Anyway, this is 25 minutes, so I'm going to stop. I'm really annoyed, but I'm not going to let them stop me, and you shouldn't either. Blessed be.